Federal government reaffirms commitment to advancing science-driven innovation in healthcare as Nigeria hosted 2026 PAC African Transnational Research Bootcamp and Scientific Conference in Abuja. The high-level gathering aims at strengthening transnational research across continents, brought together over 70 participants, including researchers, clinicians, policymakers, and innovators from various African countries. In his remark, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Patti, emphasized the need of African countries to prioritize science and research as key driver of economic growth and sustainable healthcare system. He noted that investing in research and development would not only improve health outcomes, but also positioning Nigeria and Africa as key contributor to global scientific advancement.
This is a boot camp which is bringing in Nigerian researchers, our institutes, our private sector players, as well as global actors who are seeing what is happening in Nigeria, seeing the opportunity to build capacity, but also to unlock the value that exists in the Nigerian economy across multiple dimensions, whether it's in translating research from our institutions to commercialize them, whether it's in research around our biodiversity to fix our local problems, and not only will it have benefit for Nigeria, but also for Africa. Stanford University experts who have flown all the way from California to contribute in this shows the recognition globally of the opportunity that has been provided by the reforms of this administration in the health sector.
Director General of the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Research and Development, Dr. Peter Obi Adigwe, highlighted the Institute's strategic collaboration with local and international partners to drive innovation, support drug development, and strengthening Nigeria.
Is that this is actually beyond NIPRD. As you're aware, the current administration has placed a great emphasis on healthcare and research, and as such there is a need to build capacity across the country. You saw yourself that there were several vice chancellors, there were several CMDs, there were close to 25 eminent professors in the house, and the thinking is that the same way that the Stanford University was the intellectual engine room for Silicon Valley. If you're looking at geographically, Silicon Valley with the likes of NVIDIA, with the likes of Google, with the likes of Microsoft, Silicon Valley represents the most capitalized entity in terms of innovation. That's the same way that NIPRD, partnering with Stanford University, is looking to build the intellectual capacity of Nigerian and African scientists to drive innovation and make sure that at the same time we're improving access to health and medicine security, we can also build an economy that will sustain 1.5 billion individuals across Africa.
Why are we here? We are here because we want to maximize the health and the economic well-being of Africa. And we want to do this because of the high quality research that the faculty and researchers in this audience are doing. Over the past 10 years, working with Professor Masimi Rembwa, we've had the opportunity to meet many researchers from across the continent, and they are every bit as brilliant as any scientists in the United States.
Also speaking, the National Coordinator, Presidential Initiative on the Healthcare Value Chain, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, stressed that the importance of leveraging transnational research is to strengthen local manufacturers, reduce dependence on medical imports, and create economic opportunities within the Nigerian healthcare sector.
When you look at the manufacturing process as a value chain approach the most fundamental, the beginning, the upstream part of it is research-driven process as a value chain approach. The most fundamental, the beginning, the upstream part of it is research and development. So what we are doing today here is a translational research bootcamp. This is a way to look at all the research that our great and amazing scientists are doing, not only in Nigeria but across the African continent, and see how we can translate it into what we call the bedside. Meaning, how do you move this basic science research into something that you can produce, into something that you can go and create new products, do clinical trials, and ultimately benefit patients, Nigerians, and all of Africans. So we have scientists from all across Africa. We're doing this in partnership with a world-renowned university, the Stanford University in the United States, with PVAC, with NIPRD, and other agencies here. What we're trying to do is really just to train our scientists on how to conceptualize, how to think about ideas that are research-driven when you do research in the laboratory, but how do you move that research to something that eventually will benefit the patients in Nigeria. So this is of immense value to Nigerians, and is in line with the vision set out by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health into basically unlocking the healthcare value chain.